Hey everybody! My name is Emy Coligado, and we're going to be discussing The Girl Who Left Home. It's premiering October 1st through 4th. Hi Dylan. Hi Alan. It's premiering October 1st through 4th at Los Angeles Asian Pacific Film Festival. That's long. LAAPFF. And if you go to our bio link at our homepage at Girl Who Left Home, you can get tickets there. It is open from October 1st through the 4th at the film festival for Southern California viewers only, excluding San Diego. Hello. And hi, Matthew. I see you. So go to our bio link for the tickets, but also I encourage you to read the second link, which has, the rules, because this whole online situation, film festival situation is a little different. Hi, Mallory. Mallory Ortega is our writer, director, producer, everything of the film. And we're so excited to, hi Kat, we're so excited to talk to you about this. Haven's going to be joining us. Oh, she has joined us. Here she is. Haven is our lead. She plays Christine. Let's see, this is my first time doing this, so hopefully I don't mess it up. She's coming. We're waiting for Haven.
Hi, hello. Hi, everybody.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Did you get a cocktail? Yeah.
I hope all of you guys are also getting your drinks on. Oh, look at my lipstick. Ay, naku.
I have vodka with lots of olives. It's all about the olives, really, for me.
You came prepared.
Yes.
Oh man.
So I was just telling everybody that the details for our premiere, The Girl Who Left Home. And so I wanted to ask you some questions, Haven. This is your feature film debut as well. Is it also your lead debut?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so exciting. How do you feel?
I'm so excited. I'm overwhelmed. With all good feelings. It's just it's almost like I'm still kind of processing it, even after, because it's been since we shot it, 2018.
Yes.
And it's been a long journey of understanding just how this process works, because it is my first film I've ever done, and so being a lead and things like that. So it still is surreal to me. So I think if anything, the most real and honest feeling I do feel is how surreal. Is this really happening? I kind of feel like I'm just living something else. And I think until I actually it's just weird. I don't know how else to explain it. I think I have to get, just pinch myself sometimes. Because it's so crazy.
All in, because it's such a special time for you,
Yeah, no, I totally feel that. I'm so grateful. It's so crazy. I think actors get used to feeling like the hustle, always aspiring. And then when it happens, it's oh, I never prepared for this feeling, So.
Oh yeah. And I'm sure it's scary too, because you haven't seen it yet. We both have not seen it yet. We've just seen stills. So I think there's also a little bit of, excitement and nerves to see what the final is like.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Also, because you were saying earlier, it's my first film. So I'm oh my gosh, let's just hope I did good. And I hope I did justice for the story. And then I hopefully everyone enjoys it.
Yeah. Oh, and I just saw that Mallory was saying, if people have questions, please, feel free to ask any questions. We hope to get to them. On that same note, Haven, I wanted to ask you, how how did you hear about this? How did you hear about the audition? And back then, it was titled Nanay Ko, which means mom in Tagalog, right?
Yeah, yeah. So my manager actually emailed it to me, the audition for the self-tape.
Uh-huh.
And he literally put on the email, I kid you not, my former manager at the time, he was like, oh, so there's this audition that I have to put, that I want you to put on tape, and it's literally made for you. Like, it's made about you. And I was like, huh? And I'm so, like, gullible. I was like, wait, who? So, I was like, wait, someone took the time? Like, I was like, I'm not that special, you know?
Me?
Wait, what do you, I literally emailed him, what do you mean? Like, I was like, that's, because I took it so seriously. Like, you know, when you're in those emails, you're like, okay, new audition, let's see what it's about. And he's like, someone literally. And so when I read it, I read the script and I cried, because I was like, I've never seen a film like this. And I was like, it was so odd. Like, I was just like, oh my gosh. And I told my manager, I was like, I don't care if I'm not in it, like, or as the lead, because I'm auditioning for the lead. You know, I was like, can you just make sure I'm at least the friend or the busser or the, like, somebody in the film, because I think this film is special. And I told him, I was like, there's nothing like this out there, like, for me. So I went through the audition process, and then I don't even, it was like a long journey, because I remember, because I mean, and I don't know if you know, you guys know, well, of course you know, but like anyone viewing, like, the process takes a while. Like, it's not just the audition and then you book it. It's like one audition, one callback, one director session, and then then it goes down to like the nitty gritty. And so I remember after I got the callback, and I finally got to sit with the director and the casting director, Mallory, and the casting director, I think Angela, and I sat there and I did the scene, and like I was so, my adrenaline, like, I was shaking outside. So I was like, and I was seeing all the girls that looked like me in the room, and I was like, and so I had to step outside. I had to step outside, and I had to walk the whole, like, because it was like a small complex, and so I was walking the whole complex, and I finally went in, I did the whole thing, and then I rushed out. My adrenaline was so high, I was like, okay, thank you. And then, like, I left, and I was like, oh my god, what the heck? And I remember,
I bet your killing was sweaty.
I know. And I remember talking to Mallory about that later on, and then she was like, yeah, you just like jetted out. I was like,
oh my god.
Like, I was hoping, like, it didn't really pan out the way I thought it did. Maybe
right,
it was
right.
like playing tricks.
Right.
But no, I literally, she was like, no, you really jetted out it there. I was like, oh my gosh, that's so, I was like, I'm glad I still booked it. But then, yeah, and then finally I found out. I was crying. I called my mom first, and then I called my dad, because I literally told them about it when we were in San Diego, and I was like, there's an audition. And I had a couple auditions. I was like, there's one that I pray, like, we need to pray. We need to be prayer warriors for this one. And my mom's like, oh, you're going to get it. What is it called? And I was like, Mom, it's called Nanay Ko. And she was like, that is the beautiful. And so she was like praying about it. So yeah, it was such a huge victory. And like, I remember I couldn't believe that I booked it. I just had to just absorb everything. And I still feel like I'm in that feeling.
It's because your mom prayed. And on that note, I forgot we were going to start off to show everybody how to do the Filipino mom dance.
Yes, that's
so,
very...
I wanted to play Lady Gaga's Poker. Is it Poker Face? Poker?
Yes.
Not poker, but Poker Face.
Poker
but
face.
I'm afraid that this will be taken down.
It's actually Poker Face.
Poker Face. Poker Face. So let's show everybody how you do the Filipino mom dance. You know, maybe we give them some tools, because there's a technique. There's a technique. So this here, hip hop music. Can you hear it?
That is very good. Yes.
Okay, you can feel that?
Tan, taran, tan, tan, tan.
Yes. That's right. I like to clap, but don't put the fingers together. It's best to like this.
Oh, that's true. That's good. For me, I like to make sure my lips are puckered.
Oh, yes.
Like puckered a little. Puckered a little bit. Mm-hmm. That is like indication that I'm ready to go.
Yes. You're committed to the music. You feel the beat.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the shoulders.
The shoulder, important.
The shoulders are very expressive when you're a Filipina mom. That's it. Yes. So our viewers now know there's a technique to the
Technique,
mom dance. Okay,
very important.
shoulder
Very
clap,
shoulder.
let the fingers touch.
Mhm.
First the lips, and then
Mm.
you
Ganon.
galing.
And now just add the eyebrows.
Oh,
Tomidina.
oh,
Mm,
mm.
mm, mm.
Yeah.
Ganon.
And
Mm,
you really have to feel the music.
mm, mm, mm. The beating. You know, you need to know the beating. Mm. Imagine us going to the club, like, straight
Yes.
pizza style.
Oh, you'll get all the boys. So I also wanted to ask you, what would you say you're most excited for the audience to see about the film?
I think I'm most excited for the audience to just have more awareness of the culture. And I think for like Filipino Americans to feel represented in that way. I
Mm,
feel like I just want it to resonate for the ones who are also aspired to do these things, that like, oh my gosh, I'm being represented, I'm being seen, I'm being heard. But it also just like in general, like I was talking to a friend, I think I told you about this before, who isn't Filipino, and she saw just like she worked behind the scenes in the film, but she saw a little bit of it, and she had a visceral, like she cried because of how much it moved her, like just the
okay.
story can still be like universal, it's relatable.
Right.
But it's also very like it really showcases the art of like our culture and things like that. So like I want people to like I want it to resonate for people.
I think that the relationship between mother and daughter will resonate not only to children of immigrants, but everybody.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I
You know,
definitely.
they say like the most complicated relationship is the mother daughter relationship. And I think that is also part of the film that I
Yeah,
really interesting. Yeah.
yeah. Yay.
Yeah. What would you say was your biggest challenge with the film?
Oh man. Because it was my first film
Okay.
as a lead,
Uh-huh.
there was a lot of challenges.
Okay.
I think one of them just getting to the mental state of like, okay, I can do this. I'm worthy to do this. Like I've worked hard. I understand the craft, and I need to show up for everyone. Like I'm accountable, And that was like one thing. But then this film, I don't know if everyone knows, this film has singing in it. And not only does it have singing, it has live singing.
Yeah.
And two of the songs are live. So it's I had to, you did too, like we had to sing a song just from the beginning to the end, one
Right.
shot straight,
Right.
like no stopping,
Right.
and live vocals, like kind of Les Mis style. So
Yes.
um I think that like there's always a challenge, just even just not having it live and performing
Mm-hmm.
for film, like singing wise, but then to have it live and to really still stay aware of like my spacing, stay
Right.
conscious of the, like, stay in the moment, but also be aware of like the
The technical stuff.
videographer, the technical stuff,
Yeah.
and then stay on pitch, then
Yeah.
stay on key. And this wasn't just like an easy like happy
Yeah.
birthday song. Like these songs were really power hitter songs, which I'm really excited for you guys to hear. But
Yeah.
so that, I think that was the biggest challenge. I remember when we were shooting the song that I was doing, called "The Girl Who Left Home."
Film, by the
What is that? Sorry, it cut
way.
off.
Your song, by the way.
That's your favorite song?
Mm-hmm.
Oh really? Oh my gosh,
Mm-hmm.
that's so funny because I think your song is my favorite. But yeah, so when we were shooting it, the videographer Matthew Holla, he had to go around the island in the kitchen, and I had
Yes.
to like act like I'm making something. So when we were doing that, I had to be hyper aware, like I can't get in his space and get in his way. And when I open the oven, like I can't like hit him. And I think there were cases where I accidentally hit him or he ran into things and he like hit his hip against the island and he still had to keep going. And like, imagine his job having to make sure it's all like, you know, a good, like even shot, even though he's doing it all handheld. So it's just like those things where I'm just like, okay, I have to make sure all the takes, I think we did like 8 takes of that song. It's a power ballad. So it's like, I had to make sure I showed up and I tried to do my best to make sure like they have options. Like I can't be like, oh, let's do it again. Like my voice wasn't there or I wasn't thinking, you know, I had to really do my best in that. And I think I'm really glad that it turned out well based on like my feeling and my senses of it. But yeah, that was definitely like the most difficult thing for me.
Yeah, for our audience that's listening that may not be in the business, they call it a one-shotter. Matthew Holla told me that. And basically it is from top to bottom, one shot. It's not cut and pieced together. It is one chance. And you are singing live. And a lot of times in these musical films, like for example, Moulin Rouge, most of La La Land, they are pre-recorded and then the actors lip sync to their own voices when they're finally shooting in front of a camera. But what you did was you sang live and your voice is being videotaped at the time while you're cooking, while you're moving, while Matt was moving around you, holding the camera with his body, and his people are following him around. And these, you know, there's so many cogs in that wheel and everybody has to be synced together. So it's, I think that song is particularly exciting, and I'm excited for the audience to see that too. And I just thought you pulled it off. And Mallory, man, I don't know how she did all of that, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I think the vision behind everything, like I think all of us wanted something like this, and the fact that Mallory was able to like showcase, incorporate music with a story plot that is very like common in our culture, and then also having the mother-daughter dynamic, I think is so relevant, and I think I'm so excited for people to get to feel that and see it.
I can't wait for people to hear your voice. You have like an effortless voice. I remember, I'm serious. Like you can sing anything. Like you can do the high whistle tones. I am your agent. You can.
My head. Oh, my head, guys. My head's getting. Just kidding. Thank you, Nanay. Oh my gosh.
That voice is. I mean, it's amazing. So it really takes somebody with skill to be able to sing live and sing that type of song and execute everything seamlessly. I mean, just kudos to you, to the crew, hardworking crew, everybody. And my last question for you: how are you and Christine, your character? Her character's Christine, by the way. I forgot if I said that. How are? Oh, Dylan just said you have a voice like butter. I thought he was talking. I was like, oh, Butters. Yes, Butters is here. Voice. How are you and the character of Christine?
Ooh, oh my God. Well, you know, just surface level, when I auditioned, going back to when I auditioned, there were 3 things that I said because the audition required us to sing a song, do a scene, and then also talk a little bit about ourselves. And the thing that I talked about was how closely connected I felt with Christine. One, because in the script, I don't want to tell too much, but like the church name that she grew up in is the same church name I grew up in. And then the fact that she grew up singing with 2 of her best friends. I also grew up singing with 2 of my sisters. And then the fact that her mom used to be a singer and my mom used to be the singer, but like gave up her dreams for the American dream. And I told that in my audition. And so surface level, I felt so connected to her already. And then delving into her character, I mean, I don't think she's too far off. Like she carries the burden of having to decide whether or not she wants to pursue a career in what she wants, but sacrificing like, you know, her family and her family's wishes. Although I've always had the support of my family, I feel like it was always difficult for me to be away from my family to pursue my, my dreams as an actress and singer. And there's also responsibility that I feel, just like she did in some way, of like doing it not only for me, but for that dream that used to live inside of a lot of my family members, but also like wanting to succeed so I can help support, or I can help show them that they could do it. Like things like that. Like she carries a lot of weight that isn't necessarily hers. And I feel like I'm journeying in my personal life where I carry a lot of that weight too. And I think that was like the biggest thing that I felt really like I understand her on that level. Like I understand that she's trying to mask so much of her emotions, like, and she's not vulnerable because she's trying to keep the strong facade, but she's really, really super vulnerable and she's really scared. So I was like, oh man, like I can relate to her on that level.
Yeah. I can't wait for your parents to see it. It's going to be so exciting.
Oh my gosh, they can't wait either. They keep talking about it every day, just like, like they think they're part of like marketing of, there's like, so what's the updates, how's everything? I'm like, I don't know, I can't tell you nothing, because you got a whole squad waiting to know. Like they're like part of like the Nanay Ko fan club.
So just a reminder, our company that we're keeping right now, if you want to watch it October 1st through 4th, go to the link in our bio, Instagram bio page. It's Girl Who Left, well, because you're here, Girl Who Left Home, but it's October 1st through 4th. And yeah, we're so excited. Yeah.
Well, I wanted to also ask, so just if y'all don't know, Emy has been in the game for so long, and I was so grateful to be working with you because you have so much knowledge, like even like how you broke things down, how you did everything so well and so like seasoned, So I wanted to ask you questions. I wanted people to get to know you. And so my first question for you is, how long have you been doing this? Like entertainment industry, performing?
As soon as I graduated from college, I moved to New York. I got my start in musical theater. And then in 2000, I moved to Los Angeles to pursue more TV. So I've been doing it since 1993.
Oh man, that's amazing.
A long
Like,
time.
yeah, but like I feel like you've been through all of it. Like you've seen the industry in so many facets, like even before this huge, opportunity for Asians and Asian Americans. So I wanted to also ask you, like, how has that experience been? Like being Asian American, being in the entertainment industry, starting from 93 all the way to 2020. Like, how has that experience been as far as like your ethnicity?
Oh. Yeah. Well, I mean, I think it has improved a lot for sure. We had Crazy Rich Asians. Right now, Mulan is out. I feel like there's still so much more room for improvement. We're when what I'm now realizing actually is that this is wonderful. There's a lot of East Asian visibility, which is great, and I hope it continues and it keeps continuing. But there needs to be more Southeast Asian and South Asian visibility, which is why this film is so important to me. I think it's we're showing the Filipino-American experience, which, even though it may sound very specific, I think a lot of cultures are going to be able to relate to it. Because I think that children of immigrants, they battle with having one foot in their country that their parents came from, and one foot here in America, and you're trying to keep both happy. And I think that's exactly what your character is going through, what you were just talking about. So I think to relate to the film, you don't necessarily have to be Filipino, but I think Filipinos are going to recognize themselves very easily in your story and my story. Yeah.
I love that. And have you, just, this is like kind of a tangent, but like, I remember you posting that this was your first film as a Filipino woman.
Mm-hmm.
What other characters have you been able to like book as an Asian woman, and like what did it mean for you to book something of your actual race?
Well, what I realized was that the first, this is, I was telling somebody, I said, when this was like the best job. I have two best jobs. One was in the theater, and one was so this was my best film TV experience I've ever had. And I was just trying to figure out, why am I so happy? I'm just so happy. I know that sounds crazy, but I really was like, I'm just like, I don't understand, because, and I realized it was because I was finally playing a role that was written specifically for a Filipino woman. And I realized I've never played a role that was written specifically for a Filipino woman. They've always been kind of like, oh, she should open ethnicity, or she should be Asian. But the roles I've played have never said specifically, we want a Filipino woman to play this. And it was the first time where I didn't feel small. I felt like I could occupy the room, occupy the scene, I was a well-rounded character. I didn't have to make myself small. So grateful to Mallory, because she allowed me to improvise. For other actors who are coming in, not just South Asians, all ethnicities, to have that opportunity, because this is what white people get to do all the time, and it's amazing. So
Yeah.
I really want it for everybody, because everybody's story is important. So I don't know if I answered your question. I think I went off of a tangent myself.
No, you did.
Oh.
I think that you stating that, like being Filipino in being seen just feels so much, it's just so different. And I think, like, I remember even you saying before, like, it didn't even dawn on you, right? Like, how much of an impact this would make for you as a Filipino woman. Like, what was that feeling like?
I didn't know. It was never my dream to play a lead, because I wasn't seeing it on TV. I'm still not seeing it on TV. I'm not seeing us as leads right now. I mean, but it's becoming more and more, yes, but like, I'm just not seeing it as much as I'd like to see. So I never made it my dream. And then I was like, oh, that's why I'm so happy, because I get to do what I really wanted to do, and I didn't know I wanted to do, because I really am happy playing the sidekick. I like to come in, make people laugh, and leave, da 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 da, see ya. And I will still be happy doing that, but it was really nice to play a meaty role.
Yeah, that's amazing. So I guess to elaborate some more, my other question for you is, like, what is this film specifically, like, personally, what does this film mean to you?
Yeah, well, I think it was just a couple of months before I auditioned for it, for Mallory. I had just lost my dad to pancreatic cancer, and this story, Mary, my character, has just lost the love of her life. So I had just lost my dad to cancer, and I was watching my mom lose the love of her life. I moved out of my apartment in Los Angeles after 19 years of being there. I moved in with my mom for 6 months. I watched her go through the mourning experience, and also was going through the experience of being an adult child living with their mom. Yeah. And then I shot this film. And so, like, I had 6 months of just basically observing my mom, watching my mom go through the grieving process. And so, like, this Mary going through the same thing. So this performance is really an homage to my mom. And it's a dedication to my late father, and in honor of all the Filipinos out there that want to be seen, So yeah, I'm really I'm excited about the film. I'm so excited. It's a musical, like, to marry the two things together. I wanted to come back to my musical roots, because I kind of left that when I left New York. Mm-hmm. And now to be able to do a musical that's a film was fantastic.
You know, it's so funny because this is just a tangent, but I remember that I wrote down, like, before I moved to LA, I wrote down, like, one of my big dreams. Like, I wrote down, like, a bunch of dreams. And one of them was to star in a movie musical. And I did that specifically because, one, I was like, I love singing. Like, that's my first and, like, my first passion. And two, I was venturing off of wanting to do film. And I was like, oh, like, you know, there are movie musicals like La La Land and things like that. And I was like, wouldn't that just be so amazing if I was actually in it? You know? And so just to see, like, just to have the, like, and the thing is, like, I was like, what are the chances a Filipino can be a lead in a movie musical? Like little to none, right? Like, just to throw it out in the ether and just be like, I'm gonna be a star. It's like, La La Land, you know, Les Mis, no Filipinos, no Filipino leads, let alone, you know?
Right.
So, yeah,
Wow.
and so that this thing happened, you know, thankfully to Mallory and to, like, everyone who's been working on it. And, like, just, it gave us so much opportunity, I think, you know, and I think that both of us, I love that both of us kind of are, it's almost like an homage to my mom too. Like,
Yeah.
and it's all, and you said for you. So
Yeah.
I just can't wait for everyone to watch it.
Okay, next we're gonna lighten it up with the chismis section.
Oh, yes.
That's right.
Ooh, juicy chismis. Hey.
Chismis, get the.
Anybody have any chismis questions? Because, you know, this is why we're really here.
What was your first impression? Let's talk about each other's first impression.
Okay, I'm gonna start. Okay, my first impression of you, when I found out that you were my mom, I was like, you know, of course, I read the script. I was like crying. I was like, I had this, like, idea of an old woman, you know, gray hair, you know, like super old.
I got that.
Stop, not even. And then I was like, I looked at this. I was like, is she even old enough to play my mom? You know, I was so like, what? This makes no sense. She looks like almost around my age. I was shocked. And so I had to, like, IMDb you, see how old you were. Because I was like, I think, and then I started thinking, I was like, you know what? Asians look young. And then I was like, okay. And then I remember in Selena, her mom, they were only 5 years apart. J-Lo and the mom. Yeah. So I was like, maybe they're
Not 5 years apart.
But I was like, maybe they're going to put her in a wig. Maybe they're going to, like, put, you know, wrinkles on her face. You know, so I was like, okay, like, they're going to probably make her look way older than she looks. So that's, like, my validation. And then like, it just worked. I think it just worked. Because I remember bringing it up, or someone brought it up, and you're like, well, technically, if I was, like, a teen mom, you know, like, you could still, I was like, oh, okay. I was like, man, you look way younger than, you know what I mean? So.
Oh, you're sweet.
So.
I'm 5 years older than you, I can tell you. Look it on IMDb. But, yeah.
What was your first impression of me?
Remember, I looked you up. First of all, I was like, Haven Everly, that sounds expensive. And so I looked you up, and I found your YouTube, and it was a music video, and very sexy, very sultry, hot. I mean, right away I was like, oh, she can sing. But I thought to myself, okay, we're not going to have much in common. There's a big age gap here. I'm going to have to, like, think of my niece. I'm going to think of my niece. Yeah, I'll think of my niece. We're not, you know, we'll see. We'll see how this goes. And then, you know what it was for me? It was like two things happened. We did the reading. We just met each other. And, first of all, your voice, like, as soon as you started singing, actually you sang very quietly. And I was so impressed by that, because most people, they want to belt it out right away. But, like, you were very decisive and thoughtful about your interpretation of the songs. And I was like, damn, this is good. I look at people, I'll be like, God. Seriously, the voice, amazing. But then on a personal level, I remember we went into a suburban Uber or Lyft, and I was getting in, and you're like, "Oh, Nana, here, you sit here where I am," and I was like, "Oh my God, that was so nice." And then you took the hump, you took the seat, and I was like, "Oh my gosh," because I'm the youngest in my family, you're the youngest in your family, and you were like, "Respect your elder." And I was like, "Oh my God, that's so sweet."
Oh my God, I didn't know that's what.
I was floored by that. I was floored. And then we went to Jeepney, shout out to Jeepney, and you bought me halo halo.
Oh yeah.
You bought me halo halo. I was like, "Oh my God, I'm such a bad person. It's treating me to dessert. I should be treating her to dessert. I'm her elder." And I was, this is a very thoughtful person.
Aww.
And then I discovered that I am more immature than you are. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So part 2 will be different. Okay.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
And I love that we're so close now. You guys gotta
Yeah.
watch the film. You guys will
Yeah.
be able to see like the chemistry, and like it was so fun. There was never a dull moment working with you and working with everyone. We had like, it was so magical, wasn't it? Like such a magical experience for all of us.
Yes. And on that note, I'm going to do popcorn questions because something you just said will tie into this. So everybody, popcorn questions are very quick, one answer, well, almost one answer. This is just fun. Enjoy, sit back. Can I ask you first, or do you want?
Yeah, yeah. You can go first. I'll go next. Okay. Yeah, you go first.
Where were you born?
Sacramento.
Okay. Do you speak Tagalog, and how fluently?
Kunti lang. I speak very little, but I have a strong accent.
Yes. Do you point with your lips?
Siyempre.
Siyempre.
Especially when my hands are occupied.
Over there. Adobo or hamburger? Which one?
I have to go with a veggie burger because I don't eat meat.
Oh my God. What kind of Filipina? I'm still so confused by that. A Filipino vegetarian, my God. Okay, favorite song?
Oh, right now? I have the same question. I like
Today.
If you don't want to see me,
girl, sing it.
Somebody. That song gets me pumped. I was working out with Don't Show Up, Don't Come Out. You know Dua Lipa. Don't stop caring about me now.
Yes. Okay, favorite actor or actress?
Oh man, you give me the hard ones. Actor, actress.
Somebody you admire.
There's so many. I can't think of one.
I'll come back.
Okay.
Tabo, baby wipes, or just toilet paper?
I'm gonna say a bougie answer. We recently got what is that called? A duvet. What is that thing called? Where you it sprays your butthole. It's only $30 on Amazon, or well, it's $30 online, guys. If you want to.
Okay, so Haven uses a sprinkler. She uses. This is why her name is Haven Everly, because she's expensive.
No, because it was on sale, and you know what the shortage? We got it when like there was a shortage in toilet paper. We were trying to be practical, see? So it just sprays your butt. I think it's called a duvet.
A bidet.
A bidet. Yeah.
Not a duvet. A duvet is the cover of your comforter. Okay. Are you related to Lea Salonga like every other Filipino?
No.
Okay.
I want her to be my soul sister.
What has been the highlight of 2020? The Girl Who Left Home premiere, or seeing Chris Evans'
That's a tough one, but I'm gonna say Girl Who Left Home premiere.
Okay.
Just barely makes the.
Okay. What is the best thing about working on a Filipino film set?
Filipino food. Boom.
Yes, good answer. And who was your favorite person on set?
You know, okay, I'm gonna have to give it to Nanay, to other than you, Mallory's mom, because, and here's why. I was feeling sick the day before I had to sing my live show. This is not a one word answer, but I was feeling sick. She drove all the way to my hotel room because she was coming 30 minutes from where she was to give me calamansi.
My gosh. So,
and I was like, are you on, like, I was like, Tita, this is like not in the same direction of where your house is, because we were shooting at the house too. And she was like, no, I heard you're sick. You know, I just wanted to make sure you're okay. I know you have a big day tomorrow. I was like, and then my mom and I were like, oh, Mom, I know my mom's like, I didn't even think of getting her calamansi. Yeah,
props to Ate Cho.
Ate Cho, yes, Tita Cho.
She is the mother of Mallory Ortega. She is the owner of the restaurant. She is the inspiration to the girl who left home.
Yeah, she was my favorite.
Hey.
I thought that was so thoughtful.
Okay, your popcorn questions. Come on.
Okay. Hold on. Let me pull it up. Are you ready, Nanay?
Yes, Mallory says she had no idea that she did that because you were busy, Mallory.
Yeah, you were so busy. I know. She's so sweet. She like drove so far and then she had to drive back. I was like, you did not have to do this.
That's a very kind person.
So kind. Okay, ready. Go. If you were a wild animal, who would you be?
If I was I'd be a giraffe because I want those legs.
So who's your favorite celebrity crush?
Chris Evans now.
Oh my gosh. Name a Tagalog song that you can sing.
Dahil sa'yo. And then I don't know the rest.
Yes.
I'm waiting for futuristic technology.
Favorite Filipino dish?
Adobo. My mom's adobo. Chicken.
Ooh.
And she fries it and she only does wings.
She fries it?
My God, it's so good.
I've never tried fried chicken adobo. That sounds good. That sounds like a thing. Okay. You're stranded in an island. What 3 things would you bring?
My gosh. Toothbrush. Water. And your bidet. You gotta keep the peck clean, my God. You know, I might get up in there.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's see. If you could have lunch with anyone dead or alive, who would it be?
Oh, right now I really want to talk to Ruth. RBG.
Yes.
No, my dad. Sorry. Star Ruth.
Both of them. There's no right answer.
Sir, I would want to talk to my dad.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
And what would you have been if you weren't an entertainer?
A figure skater.
No way. You can skate?
No. But we didn't talk about talent. Wish.
I was like, I didn't know that about you, Nana. You can skate. No. I would just be aspiring the whole time.
Just forever practicing.
Okay, and then last but not least, what was the last book you've read? Your face. Okay, it's not the last one. I have a second to last one.
I received a book for my birthday from Liz Casasola about Filipino-American history.
Ooh,
I
good.
haven't read it. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I haven't read a book in a while.
I only read scripts.
This is true.
It's true,
and
right?
News articles.
Let's see. That makes sense. And then last question, for real. Who is your favorite person on set?
Butters. Butters and Mallory's cat for keeping Butters full. Butters was always getting into the kitty litter, so.
Oh my God. Oh, that's it.
Yay. That was fun.
Yes, I know.
if you're in Southern California and you want to see the premiere, it's October 1st through the 4th. The link is in the bio of Girl Who Left Home, right?
Yes.
And read the details on the second link below that. So we hope you enjoy it. We're really excited. It's something really unique, and thank you, Mallory Ortega, for everything.
Thank you. And thank you guys for tuning in.
Yes. Bye, everybody.
Bye.